If you didn't want to watch 28 Years Later and you want to know what happens in the movie, I got you. I'm about to spoil the whole movie for you guys, so massive spoiler warning. In the very first moments of 28 Years Later, you see young Jimmy and his family chilling and watching Teletubbies on the television. While they keep watching the show, they hear commotion in the background. One of the family members bursts through the door in a panic, drops off one of the kids, and then decides to slam the door behind them. Now the kids are scared and confused of what's going on. Moments later, the infected busts through the door and start taking out Jimmy's family one by one, and Jimmy is frozen in fear. He finally gains the courage to start running out of the house while watching his family members drop one by one like flies. He decides to go to the church where his father's the priest to ask for help. Jimmy finally reaches the church to find his father. His father doesn't seem scared at this moment. His father thinks this virus is divine judgment and welcomes the infected and tells Jimmy take the cross, and Jimmy hides from the infected while his dad is getting attacked. After the infected are all gone, Jimmy leaves the church, and that ends the first scene. And then 28 years later, we're introduced to the character Spike, the little kid that is 12 years old, and his dad, Jamie. Spike also lives with his sick mother, Isla, and they reside on this quarantine island that is only accessible by low tide on a sandbar. So Spike undergoes a coming of age ritual where he has to go to the mainland and take out an infected. So he goes out with his father, and Jamie shows him how to take out one of these infected. While traveling on the mainland, they run into something called the Alpha. This infected is stronger, faster, and smarter than all the other infected out there. The Alpha orders the rest of the infected to go after Jamie and Spike, and they are forced to take refuge in an abandoned building. At night, that building collapses and they are forced to run, and they decide to go back to the island. While they're running back to the island, they are being chased by the Alpha. I now understand why they're scared of this creature, because it is so fast that it's catching up to them in a blink of an eye. They are whistling to try to get the watchtower to take notice to take out this Alpha. And let me tell you, it takes multiple arrows and a harpoon on fire to put one of these things down. When they return to the island, Spike is throwing a party by the town to celebrate him completing his mission. During the party, his dad disappears with a woman, and Spike gets overwhelmed and decides to go after his dad to see what he's up to. When Spike finds his dad, he is cheating on his sick mother, so he goes home and is told that there's a doctor that might be able to help his sick mom. The next day, Spike decides to confront his father about the doctor. He then sneaks his mother out of the island to the mainland to find the doctor. On the mainland, Spike and his mother is looking for the doctor. During their travels, they run into a bunch of infected and have to hide out in an abandoned building. During being trapped in a building by surrounding infected, they are saved by a soldier named Eric, who takes out the infected. We learned that Eric's squad has been taken out by infected and the Alpha. So Eric decides to help them find the doctor. During their travels, Isla finds an abandoned train with a pregnant infected. She helps the infected give birth to the baby, who is not affected, but then is taken out by Eric. Eric then is taken out by the Alpha, and the two of them are saved by the doctor. The doctor takes the two of them and the baby to the bone temple, which he refers to as Memento Mori, honoring the dead. Here, Spike asks the doctor to see what's wrong with his mother, and the doctor determines that she has terminal cancer and she will not survive long. During this, the doctor sedates Spike and takes his mother to be unalived. When Spike comes to, the doctor gives the skull of his mother to him and says, "Honor her and place her somewhere you think is special for her." And so Spike climbs the top of the bone temple and places her on top looking at the sunrise. Spike then leaves with a newborn baby that is not affected and goes back to the island, and then decides to drop off the baby and not return himself. Spike leaves a note with the baby saying that he will return when he is ready, but to take care of the baby and name her Isla. Spike is all alone on the mainland, and while he's trying to get some rest, he is ambushed by the infected. While cornered, he is saved by Jimmy from the beginning of the movie. Jimmy is all grown up and is now a cult leader for people that look exactly like him and are dressed up like Power Rangers. And the movie ends with Jimmy's followers taking out the infected and Jimmy coming down to shake Spike's hand. Now, this movie is supposed to get another one, and I guarantee that Spike is probably going to join Jimmy's cult, but we're going to have to see in the future what happens in 28 years later.